And have you guys heard that Andrew and Tristan Tate, dual U.S. British citizens, have been arrested by U.S. Marshals in Miami on July 18th on their way to a bare knuckle boxing event, by the way. This is on a UK extradition request over and trafficking charges. See what I did there?
Yeah, I saw them get arrested. And I mean, I'm not like a fan of them or not a fan of them or anything, but it was crazy to like just looking at the track record and history to go, oh man, they're really after them.
Didn't they just get acquitted like in Romania?
For the Romania stuff? Yeah.
Are they still under trial there?
I don't think it ended up going to trial.
So is there new charges?
A Romanian court ruled in December 2024 the case couldn't go to trial because of legal and procedural irregularities by prosecutors. Yeah, but the case stayed open, not closed. February 27th, 2025, Romania lifted their travel ban and they flew by private jet to Fort Lauderdale. This caught everyone off guard. Governor DeSantis didn't know they were coming in. Florida is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct, blah, blah, blah. And then it wasn't until a year later.
Just here? Like, they were in America. I remember. They were hanging out with fucking Bradley.
Maybe they didn't have the warrant yet.
Oh. So the UK is now like putting out these charges.
Yeah, so the reason is because there's a batch of new charges straight out of the UK. Yeah, British authorities issued 38 new charges, bringing the total to 59 charges.
Whoa.
59 charges, dude.
Andrew got 7 further counts of grape and 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking, plus charges of including indecent images of younglings.
Wow.
Tristan's new charges include
young pictures?
Yes, 2 counts of grape and 3 counts of the trafficking, with the alleged offenses spanning from July 2010 to August 2017.
2010 to 2017.
Shit.
Now involving 7 victims total.
It's crazy that like I would have thought that they would have got him way back for this stuff, no?
Yeah, like why do they wait so long?
Or is it like a thing where they only barely reported that these things had happened like later? You know what I mean? Like maybe someone didn't go to the cops back then and now they did. And they're like, yeah, this happened to me 15 years ago.
And it's crazy that it's like there's such international people of interest. Because I feel like there's probably groppers in every country, right?
Like the Epstein freaking people?
Yeah, it's like there's groppers in every country, but like let's say you grop out here, right? And you fucking go all the way to Switzerland. Is Vegas Metro gonna track your ass down to Switzerland and try to extradite you? Like it feels like such a coordinated thing.
You know I mean? For sure it is, yeah.
Well, I just thought like after the arrest, it was like, oh, there we go again, like whatever. I didn't really pay attention to it. What got me really interested was I started seeing these like clips of him on a podcast, and it was with Jack Neal. Like I love Jack Neal's interviews, right? He had Professor Jang on. But anyways, Tate's talking about like, if something happens to me, if I'm arrested, whatever, this is the video that whatever. And I was like, oh, that got my attention, bro. So it's 3 hours long. I couldn't finish it, but I probably saw like the first 20 minutes, and he's mostly talking about his like male improvement course thing. He had like Hustlers University, and then he was talking about how like big education was like coming up against him because people didn't like how he was swaying young men to like skip school and just like become like hustlers or whatever. People that are hella Tate fans are probably being angry at me right now because they're like, this is not really what it is. But then what I'm getting to is he has a part where he says that there was a girl that was accusing him, and she was paid by a nonprofit organization and taken care of with 11 lawyers. And he goes, like, that was strange. And then after that, they try to put her in American court. And then that same NGO tried to settle outside of court. But he was like, no, I know I'm innocent, so let's take it to court. But it never went to court. So like, to me, this is hard, right? It's a he said, she said, like they're in the middle of this whole battle. I don't know, like, if what he's, like people are always going to try to not get in trouble. So it's hard to tell, but I'm like, it's so fucking messy. And it's so fishy to me that why are governments after him like he's an international terrorist? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, especially UK out of everybody is a little bit like, because right now, I don't know if you guys are seeing a lot of this news, But now that these files are exposed about how there was like 250,000 English, like UK girls, young girls that were
250,000?
victims of the grooming gangs,
250,000,
and none of the grooming gang people were prosecuted, and they're going this hard on Andrew Tate with his 47 whatever counts.
Weird.
That's a little bit weird. It seems very clear they're doing a solid for someone. I don't know if he did do it or if he didn't do it. That's beside the point for me.
Yeah.
Because this is an unusual amount of exerted effort from a country that's been very passive about this exact crime.
It's kind of hypocritical, huh?
It is. To me, it is.
Yeah.
Because,
I saw the whole like dead man switch thing. Did that Jack Neal podcast come out as a dead man switch? Because I remember.
I don't know if it's actually the kill switch, but basically, what he was saying is that if something happens to me, like if I
Gets arrested or killed.
whatever, post this podcast.
Yeah.
So that's what got my interest. I was like, I gotta watch.
Is that the podcast, or he mentions that in the
I
podcast?
think the eerie part is that he specifically talks about the 3 stages of attack. He talks about there's a system that takes down guys like him in 3 steps. First, they cancel you by deplatforming or banning. Then they imprison you, aka the trafficking or grape cases he's in. And then if that fails, the final stage to him is elimination. So he just talks about this on this podcast, and then days later he's imprisoned. And then this podcast goes out. So that's why I think everybody feels like this either he's got some information that he's holding and or he's about to get offed. Like that. So that's like the assumption or the looming air of conversation. So there's curiosity, like, what does he got?
Or maybe he's just distraction because he is a big popular person, right? And it's like it's a distraction from Epstein files or the Iran war or whatever. Like,
Sure.
give the peasants a scapegoat, because like there are a lot of people that do not like him, and they go like he's a trafficker and he should go to prison, right? For me, like I just don't know enough to take a stance, but it's like if a lot of people want to put Frankenstein, down, then it does distract from the whole Epstein thing that everyone kept saying, like, give us the names, like when are you going to prosecute? So if the governments are going after him, it's like Prince Andrew was a part of the whole Epstein shit, right? So doesn't that make the UK seem like better? Like, hey, we got a pedo, like we got a bad guy. But I don't know.
I don't know, man. It does have like a weird. I'm wondering too if they tried to change somehow the law to accommodate for new charges versus new people had more charges. You know how like that happens sometimes?
Yeah,
Sort of
yeah,
like it did
yeah.
with Trump's felonies. How they went in and they changed shit up. So they're like, oh, now they're felonies. You can get you now. Like maybe they did something like that because Andrew Tate's always been really come and get me if you can. He's not like, oh, I better not let any of these files out. Like he's even the last time it happened, he's like, yeah, I never went to trial. Like, go ahead and try to take me down. There's nothing. We've never been committed of any crime. I don't like the guy, but I understand like most people that have a lot of shit they're trying to hide don't challenge people to come get them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe he thinks like he was good, but it really doesn't take, and I hate to say this because it's not me, disrespecting women, but it doesn't take a whole lot for someone to just say that you did that to them. And it never fucking happened. Like that's the number one guy, Achilles heel. Like someone could just say, oh
yeah, like there's been cases of people's lives been ruined.
Sure, yeah.
Because of Amber Heard type of style.
And a lot of the time, the goal is not to get a guilty verdict. It's just to destroy the reputation.
image.
Yeah, just
It's reputational.
blemish
Yeah.
their reputation.
Exactly.
Because even after the Amber Heard thing and whatever, Johnny Depp had his career just never came back to normal. And it's like, so it happens, right?
It does happen.
I think the real weird thing, going back to whole, like, there's so many SA victims. That's like, why aren't like governments actually prosecuting in a way that's giving them
The UK government actually hushed it. They actually hushed the 250,000 victims.
which is really weird, right? Because I haven't heard of them trying to extradite an international public figure for like such a, I don't want to call it minor, but like it's not like he's caught in a arms trafficking with billions of dollars. But he's treated like some El Chapo coke.
He messed with
Yeah,
somebody.
like a
He
Pablo
messed with
Escobar.
somebody's money somewhere. I think he messed with
That's
someone's
what's
money.
fishy, right?
I think it's a money thing because like his Hustlers University was making millions a month. something happened where like someone didn't like that he was doing that.
All the way through to like UK extradition.
Yeah, but that's not even really that hard to do because like all you got to do is just get like what they did last time and just get people.
But not if it's a public figure and then the possible outrage is that exact thing that you brought up out here on the US. Of course.
But I don't know how much his university actually threatens the money of like traditional education. Like, I don't think it makes that much of an impact. That just might be...
Maybe in the long term, it can.
I think it's more of a scapegoat situation where he's a popular guy. Let's take him down. And then, look, we're all talking about it, right? And no one's talking about Epstein no more.
But how come they've been trying to take him down, though? They've been trying to take him down, like, for years. Like, why do they want to take him down so hard, even when he was 10% of what he is today? Yeah. They were still trying so freaking hard to take him down. What the hell's the deal? Like,
you think it's an industry that wants to take him down? Or?
What if he's actually just guilty? What if?
Well, there's that too. I don't completely put that.
Yeah, so I don't put that. I don't put that like. I don't dismiss that, but I'm also like, but the way of what. Let's say he is like fucking smoking gun guilty on all those charges. I don't see any other person to get treated the way he does with those charges.
No,
like
they don't.
You could go to like fucking Compton and find 10 people with crazier charges than that, and they are not going to extradite that motherfucker, you know?
They'll have that many convictions. And
well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
exactly.
It's good PR, right?
Like, we caught a bad guy.
Yeah, like let's it's also like, so imagine let's say the Epstein stuff. Let's say they all did it, right? If everybody right above his celebrity is like oh yeah, but we can't actually get them, then he's like, that's the one. We can get that one.
What do you mean?
You know, like if they're like going...
Like the government looks good by grabbing a bad guy that they can get, but the Epstein guys they can't get because they're too connected. There's consequences for getting them. There's really no consequence if they grab the Tate brothers. It just makes them look good.
They're like the best that they can do right now as a PR move.
Are they openly anti-Israel? I don't even know if they are.
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I'm also like... it feels like, I mean, at least based off the lifestyle that they show, it feels like they're connected. So it feels like the small amount of charges that they have, they could just make go away if they wanted to, unless they really rubbed someone really powerful the wrong way.
I think they messed with some type of system, some kind of plan. Something was meant to happen and it got thrown off the rails because of something they did, I think. I don't know what. We'll never really know because that's happening on the floor we won't have access to.
Like, I bet you Chris Brown got more actual charges than this shit right here.
They are openly anti-Israel.
I mean, that wouldn't have
openly
any effect,
and loudly,
would it?
No, I don't think so.
Well, because if that was true, then Dan Bilzerian something would have been happening to him.
Dude, they can't wait to get that guy though. They're probably trying to get him too.
So basically, he claimed to convert to Islam in 2022. And then after Hamas's October 7th, 2023 attack, he opened up heavy anti-Israel content, declaring Israel was genociding the Palestinians and announcing he was raising money for Palestinians.
You know, an interesting, like, character damaging, like, playbook thing I saw recently is like, so how they did P. Diddy, right? So we all know that he probably got somebody mad or he fucked with someone's money because the first stage of attack was the Cassie video leaking or like smearing his image, right? Damaging his like character. Like he's a SA, like everyone hates his ass. Like he should be in prison. Get the public to feel this way.
The sentiment, yeah.
Yeah. And then because they're preparing for a raid and arrest. So it's like, if you want to take somebody down, you first get the public to agree. Right. And so this was, I think I saw a clip of Tate making this argument is like, this is the playbook that they're doing to me. Yeah. Right. So they released that video. And he goes, why did they release that Cassie video so late? They had that video
for like 10 years.
So it's like, if they really were about justice, they would have released it immediately when he was way more popular. And then they would have just got him and arrested him. But he goes, I think that was the blackmail that they had on him. And then he rubbed somebody the wrong way. And then boom, they released it. And then they went to go after him. He goes, that's happening to me. But I'm like, people already didn't like you even before all this stuff. Like, so I don't even know if that's the same mirrored thing.
Yeah, and it's not like people are releasing a video of him, right? There's just new counts of stuff.
I saw a clip where he was like spanking a girl, like with a belt and stuff, like smacking her. But then that girl came out and says like we were doing rough sex.
That's their consensual activity. Yeah.
See, it's mixed because I just see bits and pieces that pop up, and I don't really do a deep dive in this thing. But what's really like I can't understand why is like why do so many governments want to come get this dude? Because international criminals don't even get the resources that this guy.
It's the biggest red flag of all this because we know time and time again how slow the government operates to do anything.
Yeah.
And if they're this fast with like and efficient and partnering with another country to get this guy, just tell us
they
why you're really
tracked
getting him.
down to the point where he's gonna go to an event and let's intercept them here. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Multi-million-dollar drug fucking traffickers don't even get this level.
No, dude.
Like they'll catch them, but like they're not.
And they're also not catching them for these kinds of crimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're probably doing
Drug traffickers, yeah.
But it's like, dude, you're going to prison for groping a girl. I don't know, like that's crazy.
I mean, also at the same time, I've heard like some pretty funny theories that were oddly convincing from like guys like Sneeko. How they're just like, oh really? You think the guy that was selling courses and teaching guys how to recruit girls and start them on OnlyFans and manage them. Do you think that guy didn't do this stuff? It's kind of like, okay, all right. You know, like he can't be just completely like he didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like this dude, and there's a lot of things that are a little bit wrong with
and a lot of things can be true at the same time.
At the same time, yeah. But then he is also connected with a lot of just stuff that's adjacent to those kinds of behaviors that I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy really was a tightrope walking the whole time and never did anything. That's a little bit.
I'm just surprised he never really got deep into organized crime because I saw this thing.
We don't know that.
He was partnering with the mafia out in Romania to build casinos and stuff like that. But he never got his hands dirty. Like he's not getting in trouble for those things. So what if it's an Al Capone situation where he got caught for tax evasion because they couldn't pin him on anything else? So what if he was probably involved in a lot of dark money shit?
I think, yeah.
But then the only thing they could get him for is like all these.
I really think it's something we don't know.
Pictures of younglings.
Yeah, but there's so many CP like fucking losers that governments aren't fucking going to other countries to try to grab you up and like, you know what I mean?
That one throws me off. Is all I'm saying.
What?
Which one?
I feel like maybe it's because I'm a little cynical now, but like sometimes you hear of somebody that, you know, the government needs to grab or whatever, and suddenly that person has a bunch of CP.
Like the brother of Stephen Paddock?
Oh, the Vegas thing? Yeah.
That one's the dumbest one.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that one for a little bit.
I don't think nobody can.
Because remember Stephen Paddock, the guy that shot up the country festival in Vegas? So then his brother started asking questions like, really? Was it really Stephen Paddock? Because how did one guy carry all? He started asking those questions that poked holes in the theory. And then magically, they found like several terabytes of CP in his like Windows 95 computer.
Wow. That'll take ages to download.
How'd that happen?
Impossible math. All the nerds are like, that's impossible.
Why was he even investigated? This guy was just asking questions.
Yeah.
Maybe they shot the CP in like 8K. So it's like really big image files.
But Windows 95.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can't even watch it on Windows 95.
Yeah, it almost seems like a really easy landmine.
But that to me, because like I get it. You do CP automatic. That's like
Oh yeah. You win the public's view too. Yeah.
That's like going to jail and like everybody's in there for murder, but the CP guy walks in, that guy's gonna get beat up. It's like there's just an understanding, and it's just like the understanding is so no questions that it's like so I don't know. I'm not speculating, but I'm like that one throws me off because, like you said, that's so prevalent in so many places that they don't do stuff.
Yeah, they don't
do
about it.
nothing, dude.
So let's do like
They didn't even do it with Roblox.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like if they're not enforcing it where it is a fucking it's a fucking big problem.
A big problem.
Like, why are they going after a internet influencer? So that's why I think it's got to be that he's actually deeper in some crazy organized crime, and this is all they could get him for. So they get him for like it's the Al Capone like tax evasion, right? Or It's that his image is so sensational, and the media will probably like catch on to it. They need a distraction. Yeah. But like you said, like if they keep getting him, maybe every single time they need a distraction, they pull the card.
I think it's also one of those things. It could be as simple as he blew up so fast and he's so influential, and nobody owns a piece of his pie. So they're just like, you're not going to play this game. That happens all the time.
Yeah, they've been trying to get him to play ball. He doesn't want to play ball. He's like, we're just going to fuck with you until you play ball.
He did say he refused a $50 million offer from being owned. But like, you know, how much of that do you know if it's true, you know?
Look at TikTok. It got so big that America was eventually saying, give us a piece or you don't exist here.
Yeah, that's true.
Eventually, that's what happens societally.
That's good business.
Who knows? What do you guys think?
Or do you guys think that he didn't do it, or are you with Anthony?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
What? That's the opposite. What? Oh, you want the other way? I was saving you.
Anthony Tate.